Walk down almost any European retail park and you may see the same blue sign, the same white letters, and the same promise of affordable Scandinavian style. The brand is JYSK. It looks simple: mattresses, duvets, furniture, storage and garden products sold through practical stores and websites. But behind that simplicity is a retail system that grew from one Danish shop into more than 3,600 stores across around 50 countries. And it did not grow by trying to become another luxury furniture brand. It grew by making Scandinavian sleeping and living feel useful, accessible, and repeatable. So how did one shop in Aarhus become a global retail network? Why did the founder put himself at the center of the advertising? And what makes the JYSK model so difficult to copy at scale? In this episode, we will follow the company from its first store in 1979 to its modern international operation, then break down the strategy behind the growth. This is not only a story about beds and furniture. It is a lesson in positioning, standardization, market development, and the quiet power of a repeatable operating model. The story begins in Aarhus, Denmark, in 1979. Lars Larsen opened a store called JYSK Sengetøjslager, a name that roughly described a Jutland bedding warehouse. The original idea was practical rather than glamorous. Customers needed mattresses, duvets, and other sleeping products, and Larsen believed he could offer them at attractive prices with direct, energetic selling. That focus mattered. A specialist bedding store could build buying knowledge, explain products clearly, and create a strong reason for customers to visit. The word JYSK also carried a useful cultural signal. In Danish, it refers to something or someone from Jutland, and it can suggest qualities such as reliability, modesty, and straightforward dealing. Larsen did not hide behind the company. He became the public face of it. In the late 1980s, he appeared in regional and then national television advertising, presenting offers in the manner of a confident tradesman speaking directly to ordinary customers. Founder-led advertising gave the young chain a recognizable voice. The message was not abstract Scandinavian lifestyle. It was a real person telling viewers that a good deal was available now. The stores expanded beyond Denmark. Germany arrived in 1984 through the name Danish Bettenlager, followed by markets including Norway, Sweden, and Finland. This was market development, taking a proven retail idea into new geographic markets while keeping the basic customer promise familiar. But international expansion was never completely frictionless. JYSK entered the United States in 1992 under the name JYSK Bed & Linen, then closed that operation in 2000. That failure is important because it stops the history from becoming a victory parade. A model can be strong and still meet a market where the timing, format, economics, or competitive context does not fit. The core European business kept moving. Poland opened in 2000. The Czech Republic followed in 2003. Hungary arrived in 2005, and more markets opened across Central and Eastern Europe. As the store network expanded, distribution became a strategic capability. Warehouses and distribution centers allowed products to move through a larger system with more control and consistency. In 2005, the chain opened store number 1000 in Dingolfing, Germany. 7 years later, store number 2000 opened in Leknes, Norway. In 2021, store number 3000 opened near Rome. Notice the pattern. The visible growth was stores, but underneath it sat purchasing, logistics, staff training, site selection, store design, and a common way of working. The product range also widened. JYSK remained strongly associated with sleeping, but the proposition became sleeping and living, furniture, storage, home accessories, and outdoor products alongside mattresses and duvets. This changed the economics of a customer visit. A shopper who came for a pillow could also discover a bedside table, storage basket, chair, or garden set. Digital retail added another layer. JYSK launched a Danish webshop in 2010, giving customers a new route into the range without removing the role of the physical store. That distinction matters. Online retail was not treated simply as a replacement for shops. Stores offered proximity, advice, and physical product experience, while the website could show a wider assortment and make research easier. In 2012, JYSK tested a smaller city store concept in Stockholm. It was an attempt to adapt the format to shopping centers and large urban locations. The company also simplified its identity. Stores that had operated under names such as Danish Bettenlager increasingly changed to JYSK, including Germany in 2021. One name made the brand easier to recognize across borders. It also supported common campaigns, common digital platforms, and a more coherent international identity. At the same time, the stores themselves were redesigned. Under Store Concept 3.0, JYSK invested billions of Danish kroner and updated more than 3,000 stores. The goal was not decoration for its own sake. A clearer layout, better product presentation, and a more consistent experience can make a value retailer feel easier to shop and more trustworthy. Today, JYSK describes its mission as a great Scandinavian offer for everyone within sleeping and living. Its scale is now substantial. The company reports more than 3,600 stores, tens of thousands of employees, and annual turnover above 46 billion Danish kroner in its 2025 financial year. Some countries are operated directly, while others are served through franchise partners. This creates two routes for expansion without pretending that every market must be managed in exactly the same way. And that brings us to the central question: what made this business so repeatable? The first strategic lesson is positioning. JYSK does not merely say that it sells furniture. That sentence combines a customer outcome, a price position, a design association, and a set of categories. Affordable matters because it broadens the market. Scandinavian matters because it gives the offer a recognizable design language. Sleeping and living matters because it creates focus without trapping the business in one product. Positioning works when it helps customers quickly understand why a brand belongs in their consideration set. JYSK can sit between anonymous discount retail and expensive design-led furniture. It offers a visible style cue, but keeps the language of value and practical shopping. The second lesson is that founder-led marketing can create trust and memory. Lars Larsen's television appearances made the company human. The founder became evidence of the brand's trading culture, direct, energetic, and interested in the deal. Many founders think marketing begins after the business is established. JYSK's early history suggests the opposite. A clear public voice can help create the business people later recognize. But founder visibility only works when the message is consistent with the operation. Advertising a great offer is valuable only if stores, products, and prices support the claim. The third lesson is standardization with controlled adaptation. Imagine trying to run thousands of stores across different languages, wage levels, property markets, and shopping habits. If every market invents its own system, complexity explodes. Buying becomes fragmented, technology becomes harder to maintain, and the brand begins to look different everywhere. JYSK therefore benefits from a strong common concept: recognizable stores, shared values, central capabilities, and a clear customer promise. Yet complete uniformity can also fail. The United States exit and the later city store experiments remind us that formats have to meet local economics and behavior. The useful question is not whether to standardize everything. It is which elements. The fourth lesson is market development supported by infrastructure. Opening a flag on a map is easy in a presentation. Operating profitably after the opening is the real work. Every new cluster of stores needs products, managers, systems, training, and deliveries. Distribution centers therefore become more than warehouses. They are part of the growth engine. As volume increases, a retailer can negotiate across a larger purchasing base, move products through repeatable processes, and spread technology investment across more locations. That creates economies of scale, but scale is not simply being large. It is making each new store easier to support because the system already exists. JYSK's direct and franchise routes also reveal a portfolio approach to expansion. Direct operation offers more control, while franchising can provide local knowledge and a lower capital route into selected markets. Neither route is automatically superior. The strategic value comes from matching the route to the market while protecting the brand promise. The fifth lesson is omnichannel retail built around customer convenience. Customers do not think in channels. They may see an advertisement, compare mattresses online, visit a store to test one, ask an employee a question, then arrange delivery. The winning system is the one that makes those steps feel connected. JYSK's large physical network gives it proximity. Its websites provide breadth and information. Investments in technology can connect availability, ordering, and service across both. This is why the future is not simply more stores or more e-commerce. It is a better relationship between the two. JYSK's current strategy continues to prioritize new stores in existing countries, larger European cities, differentiated local decisions where useful, and major investment in digital infrastructure. That combination shows strategic balance, deepen markets that already work, improve access in places where the format is underrepresented, and modernize the platform underneath the customer experience. So what can a smaller business learn from a company with thousands of stores? First, can a customer explain your position in one sentence? Not your product list, but the reason your offer is meaningfully different. Second, which parts of your operation are genuinely repeatable? If a second location, a new employee, or a new market requires you to reinvent everything, growth will create confusion rather than scale. Third, what should be standardized and what should be adapted? Protect the elements that create trust, but test the elements that depend on local customer behavior. Fourth, is your marketing promise supported by the operating system behind it? A memorable advert can attract attention, but only delivery, service, and product value can turn attention into loyalty. And fifth, are your online and offline channels connected around the customer, or are they competing inside your own organization? If you strip the JYSK story back, the lesson is not simply to open more stores. The deeper lesson is to build a clear promise, turn it into a. If you want to apply ideas like positioning, market development, operations, and digital growth to your own work, King Academic can help. Our online course for organizations that need hands-on support. Our business services include market planning, digital marketing planning, SEO, pay-per-click advertising, social media advertising, and website development. We also provide corporate training in areas such as SEO, marketing automation, customer relationship management, and the wider marketing ecosystem, with online and in-person options where appropriate. Visit kingacademic.com to explore the courses and services. JYSK's journey shows that global growth often begins with something very simple: a clear offer that customers understand and an operating model that can deliver it again and again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.